10 years now, Bill, and I've heard you do those tunes many a time, but never the same way as you've done them here today. Quite a bit different, as a matter of fact.
Well, I was, sometimes I try to play maybe a little better, you know, or try to add a little something to it as I go along, or something like that. It makes it a little different.
I remember as we were in Chicago, you were telling them how you played it different almost every time.
Well, I probably don't play it the same way every time. There's a lot of people that play bluegrass music who plays it more like I record it than I do.
Well, can't blame you for that.
I guess one reason for that, you know, I try to learn a little something as I go along, you know. Maybe I'll add a little something to it, so we'll be ready maybe to make another record later on. And by people, you know, following my type of mandolin playing, why, I try to give them a little something to work for, you know, each time. And for the last 23 years, I've had some pretty rough ones after me. I've said if they ever caught up with me, I was going to quit, so I don't know when I'll be.
No worry.
Why don't we get the other boys now to play some on the mandolin?
Bill, I have a request here. I think one of the tunes that you featured most in the time you've been playing music has been Rawhide, and it's one of the tunes a lot of other people have been featuring. I think you've played it so many years in so many different ways. I think people probably would like to hear you play it, but just playing the song.
I've been used to having a fiddler and a band, you know, and when I get through with the one chorus, I could let them take over and I could rest for the next one and really be ready for it, you see. And I'll have to fight it out for myself this time.
Them up with chopping like that rhythm, yes. Or did you used to play the tune some?
I just beat rhythm, and it was really corny the way I played
it. When was it that you started playing lead on the mandolin as a lead instrument?
Well, there was three of us brothers, and one of them played the fiddle, and he's a wonderful fiddler, and of course I beat rhythm. And then I was pretty young then, and then we separated.
Birch.
Birch quit playing, and me and Charlie went ahead, so we had to have another lead instrument then some way.
That was the first time you really started
And that's
playing
when
lead
I started
on
trying
the
to play
mandolin.
lead on a mandolin.
You'd already been playing the mandolin about 10 years by that time, hadn't
Yeah,
you?
and I said when I first started, like, you know, a little boy, I was going to have a different style, you know, with the mandolin. When I got up grown, I'd have a different style with it, and that's what I wound up with.
You just you started playing lead when you started playing with Charlie. Now I remember, Mike, you'd mentioned when we were out at Chicago this idea that Bill played. I think it was Long Journey Home, and he played it once the way he used to in the 30s, and then he played it a second time in the style that he's developed with Bluegrass, which is a completely different mandolin style and a different way of playing a tune. Remember how you did that, Bill?
You know, I told the Bluegrass boys about that. They wasn't with me, and they said they didn't see how I done that.
It was an amazing thing to hear a style as it was 20 years ago, or I guess it was exactly 30 years ago that you started with.
Well, we started playing on the radio in 1930, and in 35 I started recording for Victor, me and Charlie.
Yeah. Clarence, you want to back up this Long Journey
Clarence,
Home?
one more time here.
This is a song that Bill and Charlie recorded in about 1935, and it's called Long Journey Home. The first time, I guess, Bill, you played it the way you did then, and then the second time was a completely new way of a bluegrass style of playing the tune.
And then we played it another way on the lights or something, didn't we? Had played 3 ways?
Was it 3 ways?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't remember how we played the second one. It's kind of got me worried there. I'll try to remember that. And back when I first started, I had a different lick from what I play now. It's kind of a, I don't know what you call it. What kind of lick you call it?
Can you do any of it at all?
Yeah, I'll do some of it.